Welcome to the Announcer Tables podcast, where today we're discussing WrestleMania 37. I'm joined by Scott and Dom. How are you, fellas?
Not bad yourself.
I didn't think you're actually going to go through with that.
Well, Mania season gets me going.
Oh yeah,
Gets
we're
everyone
here,
going.
baby.
The
We're
blood's
here,
pumping.
baby. We're on the grandest road to the stage of all of them.
We're past the fast line.
Yeah,
We're in the end game.
we're on the autobahn to WrestleMania.
Sun's out. Get ready for flips and big stage sets and everything.
Mm.
It's once a year that WWE tries.
Do they try?
I'm going to say sometimes.
A bit. they try a little bit more.
And of course, for the second year, it's 2 nights again because it's too massive.
It's just so big.
It's too big for one night. We've all been there.
Do you,
Although it's 12 matches, and we've seen WrestleManias with more than 12 matches.
do you guys prefer it on the over 2 nights or the long slog?
I'd prefer a shorter one night, but if I had to pick between the two, I'd pick the 2 nights.
There's something quite satisfying about doing the long slog, though.
Yeah, I prefer the long slog because I feel
Yeah.
like this is harsh, but like the people who are on night one, it just doesn't feel like Mania. Like,
Yeah,
even though
it should
is,
be a
like,
Sunday, shouldn't it?
yeah, it's like a 1 day thing. It's like when people go on like at AJ Styles main evented WrestleMania last year. It's like he didn't though. Like Drew
Yeah.
did. Like
The Big Show did.
Just doesn't feel as
and
important.
technically, yeah, the big show, and fans are back. Have they sold
Yeah.
the
Yes.
tickets yet?
I think
Not
so.
yet.
Oh,
Not
they're
quite.
not.
Last night they were saying there's a couple left on SmackDown.
Two. There's 2 left.
There's 2 left. Quick, grab them. Logan and Jake Paul taking them.
Oh, don't even.
Oh, we'll get on to Logan,
Yeah.
Gatecrashing Mania. Thingy, and they're doing like the pre-show on SmackDown, aren't they? With the
Yeah.
Andre Battle tonight.
He's mad. It's a
Yeah.
3-day WrestleMania.
What a week.
Oh.
So anyway,
Obviously they're
I
running
found-
5 shows.
Yeah.
and then dropping the Jericho podcast,
Mm.
smashing all the doors for the grandest stage of them all.
Who
What
needs
if
doors?
AEW evade WrestleMania?
Oh, imagine. Kenny turns
Now
up
we're
to collect
talking.
all the belts.
But it's not a work. Like they go in.
Cody,
Like,
Tony
like
Khan's
JBL
brought
and
them
the
all
Blue
on.
Moon.
They've just actually invaded.
Tony Khan literally buys them a tank.
If like it was like say that happened and it was just straight like mono in mono, no writing, who do you think's like the hardest wrestler out of all those?
Omos.
Almost, yeah. You know in
Omos
Harry
could
Potter
run
when the giants come out.
Mm.
Groff. AJ
Shove
Hagrid
a wand up his nose.
put him a tag belt up his nose.
This has took a turn.
Oh god,
WrestleMania.
Whoa, whoa.
WrestleMania.
Wow.
It's back on
Yeah.
track.
Back on the road.
If we were ever on the road, I just feel like
Well,
I found on Twitter a little like get your WrestleMania main event where it's one of
Ooh.
those like you use the first letter of your name and then the stipulation for a match is actually your birth month.
Ooh.
So I thought we'd figure out everyone's and then we'd reckon who like has the best chance.
Like
So
it.
I'll start with you, Dom.
oh,
Ooh.
Your opponent is the Viper himself, Randy Orton.
Oh,
dear.
Tom's
That was
favourite.
So get ready for that 15-minute sprint.
headlocks everywhere.
Get a few rest holds in, you'll be all right.
Oh yeah, it's one big rest hold until I tap.
and then it's an RKO.
Yeah.
And then the stipulation is actually awkward because I don't know what month your birthday's in.
Oh, it's
Dom.
August.
August. So you will be taking on Randy Orton inside Hell in a Cell.
Oh god.
Of course, in his own words, his specialty match. I
Yeah.
just butchered saying that speciality match.
It's the place where headlocks were born.
Yeah. It's the place where rest holds really come into their own.
Yeah.
Rest
You
hold in
need a
itself.
roof to be able to headlock properly.
What would your tactic be in Hell in a Cell, Don? Would you take him to the top, or would you just throw him around outside?
I do not have the balls to go anywhere near the top. Yeah, I just think using the walls to my advantage. I guess that would be the best
Like
way. I don't know.
Spider-Man, just climb up and
Yes.
just stand there.
Spider-Man versus Macho Man. That's how we're going for it.
Just claim that his girlfriend made his trunk for him.
I mean, if Shane can last with the Undertaker for half an hour, I'm sure I can get 15 minutes out of Randy.
You could last for 15 minutes with Randy.
Well,
Right, Scott, your
With your
opponent-
Viper.
Oh, we're falling off the road again.
oh no.
We're swerving. We're swerving.
Scott, your WrestleMania opponent is none other than Kane, the great mayor.
Oh no, not Glenn.
And you'll be fighting him in a street fight.
Oh yes, I often thrive in the streets. I was brought up
Where
by
you were
them.
raised.
I was raised by them. I could have him.
Whenever I go on the street, the line from Ivor Tiger, "Back on the street," just always comes into my mind.
Yeah, rising up back on the street fight. That'd be my intro, just to scare him off a little bit.
I'm sure Kane would be terrified.
What version of Kane do I get?
We'll say no.
Corporate Kane.
Oh, fuck it, I'd have him. I just said the F-bomb as well.
Oh well, it's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Get.
We're definitely swerving now.
Oh.
And taking on Daniel Bryan in a buried alive match.
Oh, you wish you could bury Daniel Bryan. A few years ago, you were burying him to me every week.
No, not really. We had a love hate, but like since he went like mental vegan, he's been all right. I like Daniel now. He's grown on me.
Yeah, I reckon you could have a classic with him.
Especially in a buried alive match.
Yeah, the best kind of match.
Oh yeah, known for its technical skill.
Yeah.
Well, they should bring it back.
It's almost like we should swap our opponents.
Is it? Yeah, that's true. Well, Randy, I think, signed.
Yeah, Randy's all right, but if me and you swapped, I think Kane in a buried alive match, I'd be screwed.
Yeah.
Me in a street fight with Dan.
You'd be fine.
I'd just slap him with like chicken breast or something.
What?
He's vegan, ain't he?
Why are you going to pack the chicken breast in? Why are you going to get it into the match?
I don't have to. If it's a street fight, I can just walk out with it.
Oh yeah, I guess there's no rules, is
just
there?
A little drumstick.
Like just gonna head to KFC halfway through the fight.
Right across the chops.
Yeah, if the street fight is on a street with a KFC on it, you're golden.
Or a Dixie chicken.
What's a Dixie chicken?
That's very much a your ends thing.
Never
Dixie
heard
chicken only, but nah, I swear a chicken connoisseur has been
100% only Birmingham.
Never heard of that. Is it like? Is it a chain?
Oh, it's just dog. Like yeah, it's a chain. But nah, hold on. We've swerved massive now.
I've never heard of Dixie chicken. Dixie Carter chicken.
When you take a bite, it just says it's pregnant. And when Kurt Angle comes out.
Apparently it is countrywide, but there's not one near me.
Where's the nearest one, Dom?
Oh, God,
we're quite close.
I'm sure the viewers at home are.
Yeah, we'll do a Dixie chicken special.
To be fair, its headquarters are in Solihull, so that's like.
Well, there we are.
Oh, there's one in Burton.
There are 4 in Syria.
Well, there we are. There's one in Alveston, Derby. Oh, there's 2 in Derby.
One in France, Norway, and Egypt, and one in the United Arab Emirates. But I don't know where they are in England.
WrestleMania.
PIXY.
Well, obviously, like Birmingham is like the United Arab Emirates. So
WrestleMania.
Whoa. That at the minute is the noise where I need to cut around.
Yeah.
gonna
I'm not
win
cutting
our
any of this
matches.
out.
Dom versus the Viper, me versus Daniel Bryan, Scott versus Kane. I think Scott probably has the best chance.
Oh, thank you.
Just based on the fact that Kane is getting on in years. Absolutely.
Yeah, I just don't think Kane could go for like 5 minutes in his current state.
Yeah, I'd have him. Absolutely.
It's got a kendo stick and he's golden.
He'd want
Yeah.
to put the younger talent over.
Oh, I love this. This is proper fueling my ego.
Randy would just bury you, Dom, because like
Thank you.
Yeah,
you can't just have like. And then Daniel Bryan, I can't. Obviously, I'm not a wrestler, so he won't want to put me over. Because
I think the best match would be you and Brian. I
Is
think
it
you
just
could
because you want to
put
see
on a
Lewis buried alive?
I just want to see. I just want to see Brian tie him up, just pretzel him.
nah, you know
And
what?
then just gently place him in a grave.
I'll do an Orton. I'll just toss it off. I'll just
Excuse me.
unmotivate
Beg your pardon.
Excuse me. You're gonna do what?
And if it's not get buried alive,
Brian might put you over then if you do that. To be fair.
he'll beg me over.
Oh. Whoa.
I just spat my coffee out. Oh, I made myself a coffee so I'd have something to drink. I just spat it out when you said that. Whoa!
WrestleMania extravaganza is riveting.
It's a shame this isn't WrestleMania XXX.
Wow.
Right. Once again, let's try and get back on track. Keeping Ryan WrestleMania theme before we dive in. What's the best WrestleMania theme song in your guys' opinions?
I have 7.
7.
WrestleMania 7.
No. Right, so they start WrestleMania 17. I've got My Way by Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
Class. Love it. It's on my playlist. WrestleMania 23, Ladies and Gentlemen by Saliva. I used to love that as a kid. WrestleMania 24, Snow by Red Hot Chili Peppers. Probably
yeah, I did it.
Yeah, it's probably like the best musically. War Machine, AC/DC, WrestleMania 25. 27, Written in the Stars, Tiny Temper.
Ooh.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, that's Super Sunday. That's
Oh, it is actually, yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll take that one off. 32, My House, Flow Rider.
33.
And 33, Green Light, Flow Rider.
Yeah.
And it was Pitbull and Lunch Money Lewis as well.
I'm sorry, I forgot
We
about
need the full credit.
Lunch Money Lewis, I forgot.
And Pitbull.
Was Pitbull in that song?
Pitbull's the main one.
It's Pitbull's
Isn't it more
song.
than Flow Rider is? Yeah.
Isn't it? I thought it was a Flow Rider song.
If you
No, it's
YouTube
Pitbull.
it's Pitbull's song featuring
Yeah, it's
Flo Rida
Pitbull.
and Lunch Money Lewis.
What a botch.
You buried Pitbull.
Oh, whoa.
It's a 3-way: Pitbull, Kane, and Scott.
Pitbull's going to cost Scott.
I think Pitbull's going over.
Oh yeah,
Pitbull
he's Mr. Worldwide.
He is Mr. Worldwide.
So, which one is the best in your opinion?
So musically, I think it's Snow, Red Hot Chili Peppers, but it's going to sound bad because I've just got it wrong. But I think Green Light.
Yeah, Green Light was like the solid, like, whenever I think of Mania, like, I think, like, start of, like, summer, whatever, like,
Oh yeah,
good times, and it's just got that, like, little,
yeah,
it's just a tune, in it?
yeah. It
That's
just
the
makes
one
me feel
that
good.
That's the one that I will listen to. Like, just not to anything to do with WrestleMania. I'll just stick it on because it's just a bang.
Yeah, it gets me pumped. Like,
When we used to drive around at uni doing it.
what's your, so is that your one as well, Dom, or have you got something different?
Yeah, that was my one. But
sorry.
I think no, it's not okay. But
I'm shooting from the hip now.
I think another one that I listen to like regularly is My Way, just because of the classic, like the Austin and the Rock video package. I just think it's the most iconic of the lot. I think it's such a
many
good.
say that one is. I've changed it from My House again came up in mine as the Green Light one. I don't know if it's a tune, but it's from what I remember when I was little because it was when I first started watching wrestling. So WrestleMania 22 is the first one. So it'd be like the another.
Oh, was
Gabriel.
Was that Big Time?
Yeah, Peter Gabriel.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Yeah.
So that one's just stood in there. But I actually picked Ladies and Gentlemen by
Yeah,
as the best one.
Nice.
I loved Saliva as a kid. When I was going through my little emo phase when I was like 12, Saliva,
See, I never went
Skillet,
through it, but
Slipknot.
it's just such a hype song. Just like it's so simple, but the
Yeah.
lyrics like just when it goes with "Ladies and gentlemen," and then
Yeah.
dives in.
Would you bring your attention to me?
Please check if you're still breathing. Oh, just
Yeah, it's class.
bars.
Absolute class.
What's the best WrestleMania set ever?
I'll let Dom go on this one because I jumped in and threw out 7 songs last time.
Yeah, there's only one answer.
Yeah,
Well, there's 2 for me.
Ooh.
Oh, I'm indie.
I'm going to go with the least. What WrestleMania? So, I'm going to go with the least obvious one first. WrestleMania 34.
Oh, okay.
I really like that one. Like, it's just really bright, really big. It's like less just big and blue. You know what I mean? Because that's what most of them are. It's just big blue screen.
Unknown.
Yeah.
No, this is my first Mania.
Are you copying Adam Blompier?
This is just my first WrestleMania, so that one always holds a place for me.
Yeah.
You know what, as well, I didn't even like. I'd forgot about this, and it was only when I watched a Blompier video. I liked how like the mask changed for each superstar.
Yeah.
Not the thing.
Oh, it was a mask, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was
And
a
then,
big like jester's hat.
Yeah, but like it.
Oh no, yeah. There's a
like,
jester's hat on top of it.
Yeah, it is because it was like Mardi
okay.
Gras, weren't it? But like when
Yeah.
Superstars came out, like because Seth's theme that night was Game of Thrones, it
Yeah.
had like that in the mask, and then when
Oh,
Brock came
yeah.
out, it had like a beast, like
Charlotte as well. She had her eyes on there.
yeah, winking, because that's how I think of Charlotte.
Yeah.
That's how I try not to.
And what's your other one, Dom?
I mean, it's the obvious one. It's WrestleMania 33 because it's just so good.
Yeah. I remember when me and Scott, well, we were all at uni, but me and Scott were discussing at uni, and we're like, the rumours came out it was going to be a roller coaster, and we were like, this is just going to be like the most tacky,
it's really bad.
It's going to just look awful. And then when we saw it, it was like, oh,
it's class.
unrivaled.
Yeah.
That says it because usually I don't like. I feel Manias outside sometimes they can look a bit dead, like especially like when it's still light, like
when they start at like 4 in the afternoon.
Like, yeah.
When like Sting's wrestling in daylight.
Yeah.
And I was also glad that like they chose to load Undertaker up like most away from that ramp.
Yeah.
Imagine him walking down that. Like
it would have taken 3 years.
Just get him on one of the roller coasters all the way down.
They had that was when Orton had a little snake as well. It looked like a
the sperm.
Yeah, and he just said like
he was walking down on its head.
Yeah.
If he'd walked too quick, it glitched, and I had to catch up with him.
And then we got Bray Wyatt's spooky bug.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah,
can't wait to see that again.
Yeah, I was actually going to use that to dive straight into predictions, but that's on night 2, so we can't use that.
I have some other honourable mentions for sets.
Oh, gone.
So I think that 33 obviously is the best, but
yeah,
special mention to X7 with the massive light boxes, where it said WrestleMania down the one side and then X7 down the other side.
Yeah.
I also had 34 and 29, where it was the New York skyline. I thought that was really good.
That was sick.
And then they ended up setting it on fire when Undertaker came out and his pyro set it on fire. But yeah, there were just a few honourable mentions.
Bless Taker, he doesn't have much luck with his fire entrance.
No, he doesn't. Apparently, like, a few people got injured from that.
Yeah, probably. Because it's backstage, isn't it? Where they have a set, like, it's on top, isn't it?
Yeah, just smoking out all the talent in the back.
What's your guys' favourite Manias from the one you've watched? Because I don't know about like.
So it's a 1 in 3 for me.
Yeah, but to be fair, like I've only watched probably since WrestleMania 32 live. Because before, like I just couldn't afford pay-per-view. Or when I was little, I used to rely on the annuals. That's how I watched.
Yes, me and Don were talking about this on the TNA podcast. How I used to just get WrestleMania results a year late.
Yeah, that'd just be like...
I'd just get like the 23 annual and be like, oh, John Cena beat Shawn Michaels. What?
I'd get the results. I'd come home from school and like Google WWE.com, see them, but like then I'd wait for the annuals to see like, and like it obviously didn't show them that, it was just pictures, but it'd be like CM Punk with a briefcase, and I'd be like, what a spot, like, not what a match, it classic.
I think so my first Mania that I watched live was 26, I think. But that wasn't. I used to stream it. I was a naughty little boy. But my favorite one's 30, I think, just for the Daniel Bryan moment, really. And I really love, the streak and Cesaro winning the Battle Royal. That was a good moment. That was when the Battle Royal mattered, I thought. But yeah, so mine's probably 30. Yeah. And he slammed the Big Show over the top rope, so that was cool.
Yeah.
What
about you, Don?
So I've rewatched a lot of old WrestleManias, and obviously if I had to pick an old one, like it'd be X7 because it's just the best.
Not 19.
19's also class with Angle and Brock. But for the ones I've watched live, it's 35. Kofi winning, Seth beating Brock. You've got the main event with Becky winning. Just a lot of faces going over, which was quite nice and a nice change. And I think Kofi and Bryan was a really good match. I just think there was really good matches all over the card. It's too long, but
yeah, it was very, very long.
It was horrible.
Oh god, yeah.
Was that the one we watched at uni?
Yeah, we watched that, and then 34, which I'm actually going for, is my favourite one.
Right.
Just because this first half of that show was just so sick. Like I remember, like people on Twitter saying, like, if this carries on, it could be the best Mania ever. Like that IC triple threat to open, Charlotte v Oscar, and then like at the halfway point, it'd been sick, and like you think we hadn't even had like AJ Shinsuke and whatever. So there was hype, and then unfortunately it did cave off.
It died down a little bit, yeah.
But then the other Manias I've watched, like 35 is close. That's second because of just the reasons like you said, Don. Last year's Mania, it just wasn't the same. No crowds, like there weren't like.
I appreciate last year's Mania, but it's not. Yeah. It's not gonna be anyone's favorite Mania.
They did the best that they could do in the circumstances, I think.
Yeah, I think every time we look back on it as well, we'll always think, "Oh yeah, that's the bad year."
Yeah. 32. I only watched that because lads from sixth form were going to Walkabout to watch it, and I just wanted to go for the booze up. So I'd stop wrestling. That's when I started watching wrestling again. So like I thought, oh, this is all right, like whatever. But in hindsight, like nothing really happened about Mania. It was a predictable Mania, barring The Rock's momentous win over Eric Rowan.
Oh yes,
what a match!
An all-time classic.
I mean, I've got good memories of 33, but I think that's just because of the set and the theme. Like I said, it had that like good like summery vibe about it.
It felt like a WrestleMania.
It felt like a WrestleMania, but the matches like there wasn't like a standout like whoa, like it was like a B pay-per-view like standard matches. I mean, I think
Fandango Jericho.
That weren't on that Mania.
Was it not? Was that 32?
That wasn't 33. Yeah.
This
was Kevin. That was Kevin Owens Jericho.
Kevin Owens Jericho.
Yeah.
Is this AJ versus Shane then?
Yeah. Those were the first two openers, weren't they?
Yeah. And
it's like they were good matches, but it's not like obviously Mania, the grandest stage. You're thinking like, whoa, like on the edge of your seat.
Is that when the Hardy Boys returned?
Oh yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
Was this Brock and Bill as well?
Yeah, which was good. That was when Goldberg.
It was probably Goldberg's best match from when he came back, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. But
just then, two beefy boys beating each other up.
Yeah, it's beef.
Randy Orton Bray, that was dead. And then Roman Taker, where for whatever reason they just made it no hold bars last minute, and then it was just 40 minutes of waiting for Roman to spear him and win.
Yeah, everyone knew what was going to happen.
Yeah. And then even that moment, you accepted it then because you thought Taker retired when he went and just tarnished that.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
Whoa.
But those manias are a thing of the past because we're now moving on to the new one and a new era because we have prediction title belts, brand new and hypothetical to compete for. So, first match isn't actually a match. I'm not. You can choose if we're going to count this as a point, but WWE have said like the first entrance is going to be like insane because obviously fans back, no pre-show.
I know exactly who this is going to be.
What do we think is going to be the first match? If you want to know what the
first match.
Yeah, if you want to know what the night one matches are, it's Sasha v Bianca, Bad Bunny v Miz, New Day v AJ and Omos, Cesaro v Seth, Braun v Shane, and Bobby v Drew.
Oh, see, I think the first entrance is coming from none of the matches.
Yeah.
It's coming from Hulk Hogan.
It is, 100%.
Oh, true. I forgot about that.
Who's he hosting it with? It's him and...
Titus.
Titus.
Oh my God, what if it's Titus O'Neil?
The pop. Because this is why they haven't done like the pre-show. So they put the pre-show matches on the SmackDown so that the first entrance is like a big one rather than like the Mysterios. You know?
Humberto Carrillo.
Exactly.
You've just proper disrespected right Mysterio. I get the point, but like...
Yeah, but you know what I mean?
The Mysterio is like he's a jobber. Like...
The dirty dogs then.
Dogs. Are we going to include the SmackDown Mania pre-show in the prediction?
No.
I think we should. Oh.
Damn.
I've not written any predictions down. I can't even think, but...
Well, it's not at WrestleMania. That's what I'm saying.
Are they counting it as WrestleMania?
No.
Oh, okay. Sorry then.
Okay, let's just do it for fun. Who's going to win the Andre Giant battle? Are they doing a women's one?
No.
Oh, sick. Equality. Who's going to win the Andre Giant?
Oh no, I need to find.
So I've read through the entrance. See, it's between two for me. It's two for me.
I'm just going to say like Ricochet.
I've found the entrance if you'd like me to read them out.
Yeah, go on.
So these are the announced participants on WWE.com. There's Akira Tozawa, Angel Garza, Cedric Alexander, Drew Gulak, Elias, Eric of the Viking Raiders, Gran Metalik, Humberto Carrillo, Jackson Riker, Jey Uso, Kalisto, Baron Corbin, Lindsay Dorado, Mace, Murphy, Mustafa Ali, Ricochet, Shelton Benjamin, Shinsuke Nakamura, Blackjack, T-Bar, and Tucker.
Oh, see, so there's somewhere where you wouldn't like ideally you could put it on Cedric or Shelton.
Yeah.
Because I need it. Ali could do it, Ricochet will. They look Corbin and they play up he's won it before. Oh, Nakamura. Remember when everyone thought he was going to get his push?
He got his
That was a nice time.
Yeah.
So who are you going with, Dom?
For me, it's between two men. It's either Shinsuke or main event Jey Uso.
Yeah.
Jey's a shout.
I think I'm going to go with Jey Uso just because they want to reward, like he deserves a WrestleMania match for the work that he's put in this year and late last year as well. And I think it's a nice way to reward him. I think if this was in front of a crowd, well...
Is it a reward? It doesn't do anything.
It's an accolade.
But because it's on SmackDown, could I not just fare that by like having Bryan or Edge just attack him and cost him?
Maybe.
So I think that's what they'll do.
I think if this was in front of a crowd, Shinsuke would win it, 100%.
Yeah, my thinking with it is the Andre Giant memorials in the past. They never go with like the actual guy who should win.
Yeah.
Like Bar and Cesaro, and I'll give it Big Show. But like Baron Corbin was a left field at the time. It was good.
Mojo Rawley
from NXT. Mojo's just a joke. Matt Hardy, like
Braun.
Who cares?
But I guess Braun was everyone kind of thought.
Oh yeah, but like at that point, Braun was like
dead.
Are you a fan of someone who like he's just got the most like underwhelming WrestleMania like for like a main event guy when it's like WrestleMania season comes in and he just gets given the most underwhelming matches.
He squashed Bill last year.
I Oh
yeah,
yeah,
but he wasn't,
yeah,
but he
that
wasn't
was
supposed to be there. He weren't even on the
Yeah.
card. It was only because Roman went home.
Yeah.
Like you look like 2017, where he was at Monster.
Yeah.
He was on the pre-show in the Battle Royal, which he went out very early in.
Yeah.
The year after, he wandered into the. Was this the Nicholas year?
34 was Nicholas.
Yeah, so he wandered into the tag division with Nicholas.
yeah.
Just squashed the bar just to then give up the titles.
Yeah.
The year after, he was in
the
the
Battle Royal,
the Battle Royal again. Then he wasn't even on the card till the last minute, and okay, he won the Universal title. And then this year he's been shoved with Shane. Like,
Do you think they don't trust him?
yeah, they don't like. I don't know what it is, but it's clear that it was from the get go where like he should have won that title off Brock in like 2017, and like they didn't pull the trigger. You just got the thing that like they're never gonna back him.
When he was actually over, they should have done it.
Yeah.
To be fair, like his run as Universal Champion was awful.
It was terrible. It was terrible.
So you're going Jey Uso, Dom?
I'm going with main event Jey Uso.
Okay, Scott, shoot it.
I think it's either between Jay, Mustafa Ali, or Shinsuke.
So you're going with Mace.
So I'm going to go with Slapjack. I think Mustafa Ali deserves it for the stuff that he had to put with Retribution. Like, please just let him do something good.
They might use this to push. I think one of the Retribution guys will win it, like Dio or Dom. Big meaty guy who WWE can just do him in.
If they let T-Bar win and then he goes back to being Dijakovic, I'll be fine. I'll be fine with that.
But if he stays as T-Bar.
If he stays,
they won't. Which one's Dio?
He's T-Bar.
T-Bar.
No, not. I mean Dio Madden.
Oh, Dio Madden. He's Mace.
I'm going with Mace.
Oh God!
Are you actually going?
Oh my God!
I'll go with Mustafa Ali then.
Nice.
And then
the issue is with that prediction, there are 3 members who have just turned on him in that match.
Yeah, well, they'll be the final 4.
I can tell you now they won't.
Big bold claim there, Dom. Who would have said in 2017 that Jinder Mojo would have been the last 2?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but what signs have shown you that Retribution will get any respect at all?
Because Slapjack is an underrated wrestler.
Because they've just been split up. But look, it's no knowledge. Vince McMahon doesn't like stables. Now they're not in a stable, so he might think, oh, like he's big. He's like got the look. He's not in a stable.
I've really convinced myself that T-Bar should win and just drop the name. And then just go as Dijakovic, because that would be a way of having him back as an actual
Yeah, I think it's the only way they can
guy.
get it to Right, SmackDown tag title matches, which I thought it should have actually been on Mania. But
absolutely.
Because I think that's actually been built quite well. Who you got, Scott?
So who's in it again?
Just remind
me.
It's the Dirty Dogs, the Mysterios, Street Profits, and Alpha Academy.
Now, you see, I really like Street Profits. I think that Montez Ford is class.
Yes.
I can see them putting it on Alpha Academy.
I was thinking that, but I think after last night they won't.
They stood tall last night.
Oh, did they? Okay, so I didn't see. I'll be honest with you. That's not going to happen. So yeah, I think that Rude and Ziggler might retain.
Ooh.
Dom?
I'm going to go for the Mysterios. They're pushing this narrative of, could they be the first father-son tag team champions? And I think that's exactly where they're going with it.
No, this is just because you've only just buried them.
I was going.
No, this is what I think will happen.
I think if it was at Mania, they'd go with the Mysterio.
Yeah, that's the only thing bothering me.
But I just think they're going to just put it back on Street Profits, because that's why this whole build has been like the Street Profits lost to Rude and Ziggler, and then they just haven't been given a chance to retain them back. And the whole like sort of thing's been like Rude and Ziggler are scared of the Street Profits. That's why they've.
I think with it not being at Mania, I don't think they'd put a face. They wouldn't let a face team win because otherwise, why not just put it on Mania and get a pop? I just think that a heel team's going to win just because
they're not on Mania because Vince don't care about.
There's not going to be a crowd.
No, I think they'll put it on back on Street Profits.
Yeah, they could do that definitely.
But anyway, that's the niceties for boring.
So they don't count, do they? That's not counting.
On to yeah, that's just 15 minutes of wasting everyone's time.
Oh, the one where you picked Mace to win doesn't count. Funny that.
That was
I'm picking the Mysterios. Oh, I'm going to pick the Mysterios because I've just buried him.
I picked them because I think they're going to win the match.
And I think Mace is going to win the match.
No, you don't.
You watch. If he wins Friday night,
then it means nothing.
Right, on to the big old predictions. So what match is opening, do you reckon?
Oh.
Again, this isn't for a point. This is just...
Okay.
I'm going to go New Day versus AJ and Omos.
Yeah,
strong
I can see that happening.
It's either that, for me, it's either that or Cesaro and Rollins.
Yeah, that was going to be my guess because I thought give him like 25 minutes and just let him tear the house down.
Yeah.
I think they're going to go with Sasha Bianca Belair first.
Yeah, they could. They definitely could do that.
Really, before they butchered like the build, most people were saying, "Oh, this could main event night one." To like, obviously.
Yeah, it should have been in a position where they should have, and they've butchered it.
I just don't think it will, so they'll put it on first.
Yeah.
And also, you can give them 20 minutes. That'll start it like hot.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they're good at wrestling, not because of like how they look. I'm not sexist.
You know, no one would have thought you were until you said that.
Look, I just don't want to get cancelled, okay? Like...
Didn't you say the only reason you want to see Charlotte is her eyes?
No, I said that's what I think of because she's got the winking thing. But that was sarcasm.
Okay.
So...
Whoa.
The first match we're officially predicting is Bad Bunny with Damian Priest versus The Miz with John Morrison. Who you got, Dom?
Well, celebrities don't come to WrestleMania to lose. I'm going with Bad Bunny.
No.
Scott?
I'm going with the large rabbit.
The bad rabbit.
Oh, no, I botched there. I didn't mean large. I thought his name was Big Bunny. Oh, no. I had it already as well. I was like, I'm going to say this. It'll get a pop.
Nice and festive for Easter.
Yeah, exactly. No, there's absolutely no way Bad Bunny's not going to win. And apparently he's been putting in some absolute work at the Performance Centre, so it could be all right.
Yeah, do you reckon, like, I'm just curious what the match is. It saddens me that Damian Priest isn't getting a Mania match, but Bad Bunny is.
No, you see, I couldn't care less.
Damian Priest has not been treated well on the main roster.
There's something about Damian Priest I really don't like. It just really bothers me.
Do you know what it is, or is it just one of those?
I think it's I tried to explain it to you the other night, where he's the kid at school that thinks he's cool, but in reality he has like a samurai sword and throwing star collection.
He actually does have samurai swords in his house.
Oh, there you go. Exactly. And he's got a weird obsession with wolves, and I don't know.
Yeah, because he's a lone wolf. Well, he's not, because he's got a bunny, but
he's a lone bunny.
He annoys me. It's just something about. I don't like watching him wrestle either.
Oh, that's controversial. Apparently, they're big on him. They've been impressed by him backstage. So.
The issue is, the second that Bad Bunny goes, do you think that interest drops heavily?
Yeah, because the money goes.
You know, like when Gronk left and Mojo Rawley suddenly disintegrated.
Yeah, Mojo's just a stain, like.
I was being harsh.
It's actually decent. Like...
All I said about Damian Priest is I don't want to watch him wrestle. I didn't call him a stain.
Like, it's just like, but yeah, I'm also going with Bad Bunny to pin the guy who was WWE champion a month ago.
Oh yeah,
he'll do some mad dive off the top or something.
How the mighty fall.
Yeah.
Do you reckon they split up Miz and Morrison here, or
no? I don't
can't
think
see
so.
it.
I keep them going.
Yeah, I think they should, but they won't.
They're better together.
I don't think they need any less tag teams.
Think John would be better on his own.
That's
the thing, that they're not really a tag team, aren't they? Don't like, it's sort of like just John's Miz's little sidekick. Like,
yeah,
they were tag champs last year.
Yeah, no, it starts off strong, but then like the whole like Otis stuff and like from kayfabe view, should John not be annoyed that like the Miz got the contract over him? The Miz then messed up the cash in. John got blamed, and Miz got it back, and then like Miz became the champ and whatever.
I think it's an understanding of it's less that was your fault, more hey look, I've found a way to get out of this.
But like again, I also thought like John should have been missed that like Bobby Lashley tapped him out or went to like tap him out at
Miz
Elimination
did
Chamber,
nothing.
and then Miz went and just talked to Bobby. Like,
yeah.
but oh well, we move on. It's a New Day. Yes, it is.
Oh,
And
yes,
they are
it is.
defending against AJ Styles and Omos, who aren't a tag team according to the New Day. But there's interesting here. AJ could be a Grand Slam. Do you reckon he is going to be, Scott?
No, I don't think so. I think the New Day will retain, personally, and I think AJ will probably cost Omos in some way. So I don't know, maybe Omos will have the match won and then AJ will tag himself in, because I think they might start sowing the seeds of dissension between Omos and AJ.
To be fair, that fits in with Styles' like heel character as well. Like they're like, I take the credit and
yeah, exactly. So I can see AJ costing Omos in some way and New Day retaining.
Yeah, and what about you, Don?
I couldn't disagree more.
Oh.
Omos is not losing his first match. It's that simple.
I don't think he'll get pinned.
He isn't losing. I can see those belts on AJ and Omos. They're going to hold them for a while before we get the dissension. And eventually we'll get a match. AJ will manipulate him a little more, use him a little more, hide behind him a little more, whilst the tag champs, they'll lose the belts again. But no, I can't see Omos having a loss on his record this early.
Has Omos just ever had a match?
No, he's had some Raw Underground stuff, that's it.
Okay.
Do you reckon he'll be good? Or?
No, he's 7'8", he's far too big.
Yeah, but he could do the big man
but this is why I'm thinking like they might just have like Omos will just win. So Styles doesn't tag in. This is what I'm thinking. And Omos just absolutely batters the New Day, wins it all on his own.
Just throwing Woods around.
And then that's how like their tag team reign goes. Styles just basically stands on the side. Omos does all the work.
Yeah,
and then when they eventually lose it, it'll be when Styles has to.
But you know what?
Which again is
Styles will get the pin.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I just want it for Grand Slam AJ. But on the flip side, it wouldn't surprise me if New Day retain, especially because they've only just got the belts. Like, I'm hesitant on like hot potato in belts round.
Looking at this card, I was looking and trying to see who's going to retain, who's going to drop, and I can see a lot of title changes. So I thought they've got to like stick with some champions retain, and they can't just change every single belt on one night.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either way, but I feel like have they ever done that?
Probably.
I think they did it 35. Because
Brock retained. No, sorry,
no, he didn't.
Yeah, he didn't.
So Seth won the title. Kofi won the title. Becky won 2 titles, so both changed. The women's tag titles went to the Iconics. I don't know about Raw and SmackDown. I know the IC title changed hands, and I don't think the US title was on the card.
No, the US was. Joe retained. He squashed that.
There we go. There's the one retention.
There you go. There you go.
Mysterio in a minute match. See?
Yeah.
The Mysterio card.
Who even is Mysterio? What's the point in Rey Mysterio?
God.
I love Ray.
Spider-Man ripoff.
You can't just say you love him after you buried him.
I do.
Oh, I love Ray. I don't want to see him, but I love him.
Who said that? When did I say that?
You said you don't want the show opening with Rey Mysterio because he's not a
I
good
don't
enough
want the
pop.
show opening with Rey Mysterio.
No, you said he weren't big, which technically is right, but like,
There we go.
Dom, if you look, this is a safe space. If you want to just say you hate Rey Mysterio, just say it.
I
just
don't.
shoot, brother.
Yeah,
There's
Name your
nothing to
season.
shoot.
there.
Scott's the one shooting on Damian Priest.
Oh.
I don't know how I
No.
wormed out when I've just called Mojo a stain, but like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, I'm going with Grand Slam AJ and Omar.
Oh no! So I'm the only one going for the New Day.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the reason that they hot-shotted the belts to New Day is just so that AJ and Omos wouldn't be facing heels at Mania.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
Well, apparently,
probably.
Styles, Triple H came out and said he was supposed to have Styles. Styles pitched that he wanted to like fight
Yeah,
Triple H,
I saw that.
and Triple H said like, oh, he'd let him know it depended on the workload, and he's just too busy.
He
Got
said
too
that he's
nice
not got.
NXT.
Didn't he say he's
Oh
not got
my
enough time to get in shape?
Yeah.
Mm.
What if Triple H is the first entrance? He's
That'd be
known for
nice.
the Mania entrances,
Yeah.
the motorbikes, the crowns, the
Yeah.
skull head, the
That'd be nice.
motorhead, the leather jacket.
He'll do something at Stand and Deliver.
Yeah. He'll
Is there
introduce
fan?
Hogan.
Are they having fans at Stand and Deliver?
They're having the same amount of fans that they have for like a regular NXT.
Oh, so like 10.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Well, it's just so that Mania is the first one, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's
true. That's
boring.
speaking of Triple H, let's go to his brother-in-law, the
Oh,
best wrestler
wondering
in
when
the
you were-
world. Here comes the money, because Shane McMahon is fighting Braun Strowman in a steel cage match. Who we got, boys?
I was really hoping you were going, speaking of Triple H, here's Bobby Lashley.
Here's Bianca Belair.
Who-
I have right. So I've kind of fancy booked it in my head, and I can kind of I've got a finish in my mind that I can't get away from, where Braun is just throwing him around, and then he just lobs him a little bit too hard at one of the sides of the steel cage, and it knocks down, and Shane just rolls onto the floor and wins.
See, it makes sense because it fits in with the whole build of Braun is stupid.
Yeah.
What a
but then,
build.
do you reckon they'll carry it on then, though? Because that suggests that like they will.
Maybe. I don't really know. I honestly don't know. I've just kind of got it in my head where it's a way of Shane getting a win at Mania, looking a little bit like old and sweaty and red.
And I can't wait to see those punches.
Oh. Do you reckon Shane's jumping off the cage as well, isn't he?
Oh,
Oh
God,
yeah, he'll do something stupid. Oh no, you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna recopy the Braun Kevin Owens spot. No, where Braun threw him off the top of a steel cage through the table.
Yeah.
His feet touch the floor.
Yeah.
Mm.
That'd be
Who
alright
you
as
got,
long
Dom?
as Shane goes to a table.
See, I'm torn because obviously Braun should win.
Yeah.
It should be
Yeah.
Braun. Everything says it should be Braun, which makes me think it'll be Shane. Obviously, we saw of recent Shane win against The Miz in a cage match when he sweated out of his shirt and onto the floor. It absolutely reeks of the feud he had with The Miz last time, where he would just embarrass The Miz and he'd keep winning, and then he never really lost. So I think I'm going with Shane.
Do you think we'll see Braun's dad?
Oh, I hope so. Apparently, he's a softball legend.
Is he? I do love a
Apparently so.
softball.
Yeah, I'm thinking. See, the logic is Braun hasn't got his hands on Shane. This should just be like a 5-minute pure squash.
Oh yeah.
And I think this is the only way you can get Braun back on track because they've ruined his booking. And I also think that like he should probably be the next guy to go for a WWE Championship because I'm just trying to think of people on the current roster. And also they've never done like Drew v Braun, which like there's always been that intrigue where Drew's been like, I could slay the monster and whatever. But I just think we're going to get like a 15-minute Shane matches him.
Yeah.
And then, Braun's got to win, but they've let Shane pin Roman like before. Like
That's it. Everything says Braun should win, but we all know that probably means Shane's going to win.
Yeah.
No, you know what? The last time I was like this with Braun at a Mania match was that Battle Royal he won with the host from whatever it was.
SNL.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
You know
with
the white guy out of the two of them from SNL.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, he's with Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I got him before you.
Well,
I just thought you'd like try and trick Dom into like not knowing what the guy's name was.
Oh, it's
his
Colin
name's Scarlett.
Grote.
Oh, Colin.
I got in again. I got him before you again.
No, is it?
Do you know what the other one's called?
Michael Che.
Oh, fair play.
Dom, get on my level.
Research.
I'm bang on your level. That's the issue.
You gonna do what to my level?
Whoa.
Right, so I'm going with Braun. I'm gonna go with my gut.
Yeah, it's probably the smarter choice.
It is a smart choice, but it's also the one that WWE can let you down with.
Being the smarter choice with a WWE match probably isn't always the best thing.
Nah, I've got faith this year. It's different.
Oh.
It's
Is it?
WrestleMania.
Okay.
Whoa!
It's the hope that kills you.
Cesaro, Seth Rollins. Cesaro's first singles WrestleMania match ever.
Is it?
Bar the
Yeah.
Andre the Giant. Oh yeah, no, because Andre the Giant was.
It's not a singles match. Yeah.
Yeah. It only
Jeez.
took 10 years. Who we got?
It's got to be Cesaro. It's got to be. It seems like they're finally getting behind him, finally giving that singles push. They're building it as his first match. They're building it off. Well, Seth's got all these moments. You've got nothing because, he lost.
It's
to
very
Nicholas.
much like Seth Kevin Owens.
Yeah,
Like
it's
that
exactly
build,
the same feud.
Apart from Cesaro does actually have nothing. Kevin Owens did have like.
Yeah.
Then again, he's got the Andre the Giant. That was a good WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, but so does Mojo, and he's a stain. We've established this.
Yeah, but when Cesaro won it, it meant something. We've established this.
Clapping back.
I will clap back with my Shane McMahon right hooks.
But yeah, for me, it has to be Cesaro coming out of Mania. Hopefully, he's pushed towards the title picture. Yeah, I can't see it going any other way. And Seth's been good at putting people over of recent.
Yeah, I mean,
wouldn't
it does kind of feel like Seth needs a win at some point. But I guess he did get it over. He got it on Shinsuke at Fastlane. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Cesaro as well because it should be. It absolutely should be. Give him his moment. He deserves it. Like you say, 10 years and it's his first singles match at WrestleMania. That's ridiculous for how good he is. And it feels like they kind of have a little bit of more faith in him. So yeah, I think I'm going to go with Cesaro as well.
See, I'm thinking Cesaro. I was thinking Cesaro because of what you just said. It'll be the feel good moment and everything like that. Another reason I was thinking was if they, which I think they will probably do, Roman stays as heel champ. You can't then wedge Seth into that scene or whatever. But I'm just thinking one, Seth obviously hasn't won much, but two, the whole feud he's been made to look like an idiot by Cesaro. So I think this will be he'll win with shenanigans, like a roll up with a trunk or grab a rope and it'll carry it on, and then that'll be his boastful thing, look, Cesaro, I've ruined your moment.
Carry it on to SummerSlam.
Or they might join him up with Seth. I could go that route. Seth beats him, and then Cesaro just finally, sort of like Murphy, he just accepts. He's I'm just going to join you because I can't.
I think they need to stick with Cesaro as a singles guy, though.
Yeah.
I don't want to see him with yet another group around him.
Besides, they only let him tag with people who are foreign.
Yeah.
Oh no! See, I was like Sheamus, but I forget that you were talking about American,
Yeah, American foreign.
No, I'm going with Cesaro.
Oh, for the longest time you were saying, "What's that going to win?" So I'm going for Cesaro.
Yeah, I'm just
I
gonna
could hear the confliction in your voice.
the twists and roads of WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Shockers. Sasha Banks defending her women's title against Bianca Belair in what should have been like the most hype match probably on here, but they've messed up the feud horrifically.
Yeah.
Sasha's took on like the heel role now, which has sort of like made it a bit more interesting. Although last night Bianca Belair's goofy, I'm just going to smile at you trying to attack me. Didn't help. What do you reckon? The Bosch retains, or are they going to put it on the new star?
So, the way they've built this is terrible. It just has to be said. It's been really bad build.
Yeah.
But like you say, for what this match should be, they've done it a complete disservice with how they've built it. It'll still be a good match because we've been over how good of wrestlers they both are. But I think it's time that they crown Bianca Belair. I think it'll really help her get to that next level, because at the minute she's kind of like, oh, she's up from NXT. Yeah, she's all right, but she's not quite won it yet. And then as soon as she wins it, I think it'll just push her right to the next level, and she'll be gone. She'll be golden.
Yeah, I think like you feel like that they've got to put it on her now, like the way that like winning the Rumble and everything.
Yeah.
What about you, Don?
I think this Mania is a really good opportunity for them to start establishing new women within the roster. You look at all the champions, the women's champions, like the only ones who are really believable is the 4 horsewomen like Charlotte, Becky, Sasha, and Bayley, and then maybe Alexa Bliss, maybe Asuka. I think they've got to start branching out to the new stars, which is obviously Bianca and it's Rhea, who we'll come to later. I think this is a huge moment for them. I think they've got to pull the trigger on these stars. Bianca, from day one, since coming to the main roster, has felt like a star. Even when she was in NXT, it felt like she's ready for the main roster. She's going to be a star in the main roster. The Rumble win showed that it's got to be her. She's been fantastic, and she's been done dirty by this feud. Also a big moment with 2 African-American women competing for the title, which I think is a big moment. I'd like to see it finish with like a mutual respect handing over the torch, but I'm not sure if we're getting that. But we'll see.
That'd be nice to see, but I don't think we will, just because I think they're going to continue the feud, and hopefully do the feud better. Probably leading up to SummerSlam.
I think they could, because Sasha is face with it. Those are good points, Tom, because like really, even though we've had more women come up, the only one who I think's done well for themselves was like Bliss.
Yeah.
Maybe like Carmella, but she had like Bliss was there for like quite a prolonged like 2-year period.
Yeah. No, she did well with it. But then you look at other women's champions that they tried and it just didn't really work.
Yeah. However, I think they're going to keep it on Sasha.
Ooh.
Because I think they've got a history of like the new women's star they lose at Mania. Asuka, Rhea, like.
Yeah.
And I think this is where going. I think Sasha also deserves like a really long feud. And I feel like out of the women's titles, like they're gonna build the SmackDown one as like Bayley had the long feud. Reign. So they're gonna build it up like prestigious as like that. So that sucks for Bianca, and also the fact that they've been having Bianca like take the pins from like Tamina and stuff. I just feel like it's just classic WWE where for whatever reason they've just gone a bit cold on her.
I hope that's not the case, because she deserves so much better, because she is so good.
Yeah, she's insane. But then maybe like you could just whack. I don't know what you do after though.
I think they should continue this and give them an actual build. Take it to SummerSlam and let them have a proper feud.
This is contradicting what I said about hot potato, but they could do the like, and I wouldn't mind this, the like Charlotte Sasha 2016 thing where they just trade wins and they just hot potato that belt over.
That became a bit of a meme with Sasha though, wasn't it? Though that as soon as she won a belt, she'd lose it straight away.
Yeah, but that meme's gone now because she's defended it. But if you do that, and then you could, and then you could like end it with like a best of 7.
I wouldn't mind that.
I think coming out of Mania, for either woman, a good feud would be Bayley, who's been lost on the sidelines for a while.
See, she just popped into my head. I was thinking like she could be the first entrant for WrestleMania, and then when I was like, "Now she's not big enough," I think I've clocked it, and it's gonna be Becky Lynch.
Ooh. In what capacity?
She'll just come out and just announce it like,
hello there.
Like the first Mania with that, like something like along the lines of like, of course, when the man turns up, fans finally want to come back, like, or just something like that, like
in the title picture.
You didn't think it would be WrestleMania without the man. And then Ronda comes out, and then you build for next year.
We have like Rock Cena, where we just have the main event set for 1 year.
Yeah.
In fact, they could do that with Becky Ronda, though.
Yeah.
They wouldn't even have to wrestle, just show up every 3 or 4 months, cut a promo.
Yeah, but I think it'll be Lynch, because she can just turn up and just open it. That won't affect a kid. Like,
yeah, it can be backstage, can't it?
No, like first entrance.
She's probably going to be there anyway, because like we've said.
No, I mean the kid can be.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
No, the kid's the first entrance.
Or at her, but then again, her dad has just died, so.
Moving swiftly on.
And we are on the final match of night one. It is Bobby Lashley with MVP, who are the Hurt Business, as confirmed by Montel Vontavious Porter on Twitter, defending his WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. Who you got, Dom?
It's Drew's moment. It's time for him to get his pop. It's such a shame what's happened with the Hurt Business, and I've enjoyed Bobby's reign, and I wouldn't be opposed to him extending it. I'd love to see him extend it, but you know what they've done here. They've put it on Bobby so that Drew can win it back, get the pop, get his belt back, and we go again.
This does not slip now.
Well, exactly. But I just don't think this will be the last time that Bobby gets the title either. So I'm hoping that this isn't his last chance, but we'll see.
How about you, Scott?
So to me, this just stinks of Drew McIntyre's going to win, and I don't mean stinks. I mean is Drew McIntyre's going to win because he was robbed of that moment last year.
Yeah.
And just let him have his moment this year. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I agree with it, but like again, I get the feel that business-wise, I'd rather Lashley retains at the moment. I get like, I love Drew, but like Lashley's only had it for a month, and also my main thinking with it is like, while Drew's been brilliant and whatever, especially with no fans, like I'm just sort of like a bit like done with him at the moment as champ.
Yeah,
and it feels like if he gets it, he'll have his third world title within quick succession. It's like when Roman got free like instantly.
Yeah,
and it's like it takes it way more than merit from like a 3-time champ. But
I would not be annoyed if Bobby Lashley retained at all. I'd be completely fine with that.
Yeah, I think Drew. I agree with both of you. Drew will win to get the pop, and then I think MVP will recruit, and then they'll go after Drew.
I just think.
Huh?
Baron Corbin.
I hope not.
Yeah.
He'll be like the first. He'll get traded to Raw and be like Drew's first opponent.
They're facing off on Monday.
Oh God! To be fair, there's a bit of long-term booking, like him, Lashley, and Drew were a little
accidental long-term booking.
Yeah, they've not. I don't think they've done it on purpose.
Oh, don't doubt him. Don't doubt him. With Baron Corbin
What
involved.
I do best.
The booking's quite solid for Big Baz.
You've been a king for 2 years.
Well, the Queen's been Queen for like 70.
That's true.
Who do you guys want to join the Hurt Business?
Oh, T-Bar.
Ricochet.
Ricochet, yes.
He's a solid choice, but they've already like courted him before, haven't they?
I know, but I'd like to see a breaking point where it's like, look, nothing's changed. We told you what was going to happen. I mean, I'd love to see Shelton and Cedric back because I don't think they should have left. I don't know.
Yeah, I think if they were going to get rid, I understand maybe why getting rid of Shelton, because while he's good, just the age side. But like Cedric's just going to be lost at sea now.
I mean, Bobby's old in himself. He's in his 40s, so.
Yeah, he is. But like Lashley, like he's a main event guy. Shelton, while he's been good, like he never feels like a main eventer. I never really care about Shelton Benjamin. Like I
love Shelton.
I think they might recruit some women.
I think Naomi. Put Naomi in there.
Yeah, Naomi, or maybe Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax as the women's tag team champions. Maybe.
Maybe. I just don't think they will, because then Reginald has to go in.
That'd be fine. He looked good in a suit.
Oh yes, he does.
My dream would be Naomi, Keith Lee, Ricochet.
Keith Lee, yeah. But Keith Lee's a face is better, so.
Or Mace.
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 After he wins the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial.
Still in mask.
What about Drew Gulak?
Oh god.
He's just like, this is going to sound Vince Hess, but I feel like the Hurt Business, their whole thing, you need a look, don't you?
Yeah.
Like they're big, like they're big muscular guys. Like Drew Gulak's more like Daniel Bryan, like the sort of like dad bod.
Whoa.
The vegan bod.
Yeah. Mace
Right.
has the look.
Yeah, he's tall. That's why he's big. Like that's what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah,
big. I know Cedric weren't big, but like Cedric's good looking. Like
he looks like a star.
Yeah. And he's sick.
He is sick. Gotcha. He should still be in the Hurt Business.
He should still be tag team champion
of WWE for messing him around. So much so, I've just swore again. Back to work, Scott.
I've made a mental
note.
Whoa. Right, now we go on to night 2, and I'm looking forward to quite a few of these, especially the Intercontinental title match, which is now a Nigerian drum fight between Big E and Apollo Crews.
What is a Nigerian drum fight?
I don't know about you, but it's my favourite ethnicity of drum fight.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I do like it. I do like the Estonian drum fights, but I like the Nigerian ones as well.
Don't even get me started on Ukrainian drum fights.
They're my least favourite drum fights.
Apollo, from Apollo's description, it's just basically like a street fight.
Right.
No, WWE just have the same match, but they just name it something like street fight, unsanctioned, no holds barred.
Yeah, exactly.
Rules, Nigerian drum fight. But the difference is in this fight, Apollo's going to beat Big E so much it's going to sound like drums his ancestors played.
Wow.
Is that actually the description?
I want to know.
Is that what he said?
Is he going to use a spear? Yeah, something. It was something like. Probably not like quote for quote, but like.
Imagine they pull some cinematic stuff where he does actually just throw the spear.
See, there are rumours going around.
He just killed Big E.
Like, it could be cinematic, is what they're going around with. But like, I just feel because as fans, they're not going to go with any cinematic matches.
No, they won't. I don't think they will, which is a shame because I think that a match that we're going to talk about later would really benefit from it.
Yes, it would.
Yeah,
yes, it would.
But yeah, who do we reckon? Is Apollo going to win it, or is Big Epsilon going to retain?
Oh.
Right, so on the TNA podcast the other day.
No, this was the NXT podcast.
Oh, the NXT podcast, apologies. I called
Big E on Spotify this week.
There you go, and YouTube.
Plug.
And YouTube. plug. Follow us on Twitter at the Announcers Table.
Yeah, that was taken, so it had to be at Table Announcers.
At Tables Announcers. Follow us on Twitter.
There you go.
Whoa.
I call Big E Epsilon, and I don't know why, because it's not his name. It must be something that we thought of when we lived together.
No, I only call him that. I'd never heard of Big Epsilon before, and you called him it once, and I was like, what? And he was like, that's his name. So that's why I've just said it. I just presume that's what it stood for.
Oh no, that's not his name.
It's Etor.
Etor.
Yeah.
That's very Viking-esque.
Oh, imagine he joins the
Eric and Etor.
At least he wouldn't like Cage all the time.
Oh.
True. And he's entertaining.
Oh.
Whoa.
War Raiders were good.
But then they were sat in a car singing about being
Oh my
violated,
god!
and then they bowled with some chicken. And
why would you bring that up?
to prove my point.
Why would you make me relive that horror?
Right, so is Big Epsilon gonna keep it rolling?
Here's his name now.
In this Nigerian drum fight, or is
I'll
Apollo...
take this one while Scott dies. So, it's been a weird feud because Apollo changed into the Nigerian gimmick, and it felt like, oh, okay, well, when they change the gimmick, that's when they get up the win. Like when Bayley cut her hair, she beat Charlotte. But he lost. It feels like they're saving it for Mania, but I just don't know why he kept losing. This is one that I'm really torn on. I think I'm going to go with Apollo, but it feels like a risk.
Yeah.
I was thinking, they've just like, while they've changed Apollo's gimmick, it's a bit more interesting. They still don't care. Big E's clearly the one they have long-term plans for. But now, because of last night, they've changed it to his gimmick match.
Yeah, he can't lose.
Yeah, exactly.
I just feel like it's going to be Apollo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to go with Apollo for that exact same reason, just because it's his gimmick. He's picked it. They could have just said it was a street fight, and then I would have picked Big E, but no, because it's a Nigerian drum fight. Yeah, I think it's going to be Apollo.
I think there is a Nigerian drum.
I want them.
I hope they go all out for Apollo's entrance.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be good.
Oh god, yeah, they have to.
Yeah. Have his ancestors there.
Holograms.
And a Ouija board.
Was it 22 that Cena got all of the other John Cenas to lie in the ring?
Yes.
Oh no, 25 was it? Where they were all doing
25.
The shuffle thing. They should do that just with Apollo's ancestors.
And sticking with the mid cards, we go on to Riddle versus Sheamus for the United States title. Riddle, Matt. What an idiot. This guy, I hate.
He's awful.
Like, did you see him the other night when he forgot his words?
Yeah. Which was apparently scripted.
Oh, probably. Mate, it's just like, I actually used to use the term bro quite a lot, and he's just made me stop because I was like, is this what I sounded like? Just like, unfortunately, I think he's going to retain. But I hope Sheamus wins because Sheamus is great. I love Sheamus and what a run he's on at the moment.
Oh, gotcha.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, so you actually called that this match was going to happen on the Fastlane predictions. So
I did, which you can listen to on Spotify and YouTube.
Follow us
on Twitter at Tables Announcers.
But no, I think that Riddle is going to retain. I think he's going to hold this for quite a while. Just because I don't think they've got anything else for him, which is sad because I don't think they've got anything else for Sheamus now that he's done the whole Drew thing. So yeah, I'm going to say Riddle retains, which he's really grinded me down. I don't like him now. It's really done me headed.
Bro.
Yeah, bro.
It annoys me he doesn't wrestle in like shoes or anything as well.
He's always I don't mind that.
The pandemic going on. Just have some hygiene.
You don't spread it with your feet. He's not shaking hands with his feet.
The main transmission is through the sole of the foot, to be fair.
You stay away from those toes.
Yeah. Bro.
Oh God. Don't. Vince will hear this and that'll be the promo. But I can't believe they've not like used Bromo yet.
Yeah, he's cutting a Bromo.
Or just like, buy your Riddle merch with a Bromo code.
Oh, it makes me feel sick in my mouth.
Put him with John Morrison and they can be Bromo.
Oh.
No
what
Bromo.
Do you reckon, Dom?
Yeah, totally agree with what you guys said. It should be Sheamus because he's on the run of his life. He deserves some recognition for what he's done. And he's not going to get it. It's like a 2-week-long feud. And Riddle's just going to retain.
Like, the way they got there that Sheamus pinned him clean without even using his finisher. I hate that so much.
Yeah, stupid.
Like, even if you're going to have him pin him clean, let him use his actual finisher. Because like, Sheamus has kneed people in the face before.
Yeah.
But we move on.
Please move on.
I don't really care about that match.
Oh, I don't know if you want to move on because I think I know what's next.
Oh, what's your prediction for what's next, Tom?
Is it Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn?
Oh, close. It's Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with YouTube star, professional boxer, fellow podcaster, Logan. Film star, Logan Paul.
One of our peers as a fellow YouTuber.
Who, hello. Us and Logan are basically the same.
You lump me into
good
this.
Friends.
I think we should let Scott speak on Logan Paul and the Kevin Owens Sami Zayn feud for a couple of minutes.
Yeah, just go on, Scott. Just vent.
Pop off.
We'll come back to Logan's appearance last night.
I'll go make a coffee.
When you're done.
Ever since this has been announced, ever since that Logan Paul has been involved with this whole Sami Zayn thing, I've been feeling very, very ill. And it's not the coronavirus, thankfully. It's the Logan Paul virus. I feel so angry at this. I'm not. Don't get me wrong. WrestleMania needs a bit of star power. It needs that little bit of extra. They need some people on there that aren't actual wrestlers. Get some star power on. Fine. Get some people in. But don't do it for a match that I've been looking forward to for 8 years. I've been watching these two wrestle for 8 years. And I've loved it. When they was... Right, so I'm going to break the fourth wall here. Sami Zayn was El Generico. I've said it.
What?
I've
said it.
Exclusive from the announcer's
I'm
table.
Breaking the news.
Sami Zayn was friends with El Generico.
No, don't be blinded by the conspiracies.
Oh, conspiracy. All right. Sammy is clearly getting to you. But for more exclusive content like that, follow us on Twitter at Announcers Table.
Table announcers.
Tables announcers. I'm sorry.
And we're on Spotify, YouTube as well. Like, subscribe. Yeah.
Send us money.
I've been watching these guys wrestle for 8 years, and the whole time I've wanted to see what they do at WrestleMania. I've wanted to see them on a big stage. They deserve it. When it was Steen versus Generico, I broke the fourth wall again. When they had the ladder match in ROH, when they had the ladder match in PWG, it was the best thing I've ever seen. And I've been waiting so long to see this at a WrestleMania on a stage where they need it to be, on a massive freaking stage. Can both just show their talent, and I already know that Logan Paul is going to cost one of them the match. I already know it. I don't know who he's going to cost, whether he goes with the face with Owens or he costs Sami Zayn or costs Kevin Owens. What? Why? Why do they need to do this? Have him in a match with someone like Riddle and Sheamus. I'd be fine with that. If he was Matt Riddle's bro, I'd be fine with it. I'd be fine with it. But having him in a match where it's 20 years, 20 years, they've known each other.
Don't you feel like, I mean, saying obviously at WrestleMania it's good, but like this feud has just sort of come out of nowhere. It's been the 2-week thing. It doesn't feel like what a Kevin Owens Sami Zayn WrestleMania match should be. And I don't think they're going to be given the minutes to prove it anyway. Not like when 32, it should have been like for the IC title between them.
And it's really sad because it should be, because I feel like this is a feud that could just pop up out of nowhere because of the history between them, though.
Yeah.
I feel like if any feud, like Riddle and Sheamus, has just popped up out of nowhere and it was about a scooter, and I'm going to have to bleep that myself.
Bro.
Whoa.
It was about a broing scooter. But this could just pop up out of anywhere. And it'd be fine because of the history.
What if it becomes a tag team match and Kevin Owens gets Logan Paul's next boxing opponent, Floyd Mayweather?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jake Paul.
I thought you were going to say KSI.
No, that's done. But like, obviously, Floyd's had a Mania match before, undefeated at Mania. Him and Nicholas, the only two people undefeated at Mania.
Look, I'm just going to say my prediction is Kevin Owens is going to win, and that's all I will say on the matter.
Dom, how do you feel Logan did on SmackDown?
You know what, right? He was all right. Nothing special. His promo was decent. He seemed confident enough. stood around. He seemed a bit awkward at times, but it's his first time in a WWE ring.
He looked a bit confused to me, but I thought he did sound. Usually when they come on, they take the spotlight off the stars, and I thought he was sound.
Yeah, no, he definitely added to the production as much as I don't want him in this feud. He added to it,
and also the fact he's like a star. Like,
he's huge.
As much love him or hate him, you've got to admire the Pauls. So they just they do what they want, and they do take it over. Obviously,
at the end of the day,
one of the main talking in boxing, and now Logan. Whatever, even if you don't like it, we are talking about Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, and most people on Twitter are talking about it because of Logan Paul, which is sad, but it's like that. But
yeah, at the end of the day, he has 27 million subscribers, and that's a young audience that WWE is desperate to tap into. They want his audience so bad.
He's big in America now because he's fighting Mayweather as well.
Eventually.
So who do you reckon's winning?
So the way that Kevin pushed him last night suggests that he's going to side with Sami. Like, Kevin pushed him and he just didn't look happy with that. He posted on Twitter saying, big mistake, with a picture of Kevin pushing him. So I'm going to go with Sami.
So my Irish thing when Logan Paul first came in, I was like, Kevin Owens is just going to powerbomb him off the ship or whatever.
I'd love to see him take a stunner.
Hyping for months about the ship, the ships. I remember that guy, I can't remember who it was, who Kevin Owens, he was a celebrity, and Kevin Owens powerbombed him through the table off the stage.
Was that Machine Gun Kelly?
Yeah, Machine Gun Kelly.
Oh.
So I was thinking that, but now I'm thinking, because of this whole, the way he was confused and with Sami Zayn's conspiracy, Logan doesn't actually seem to buy into it. He's just sort of yeah, man, this guy's annoying me. Yeah, sure. And the little push, I reckon they're going to do a Tyson, Shawn Michaels with it, where Logan will cost Sami and side with Kevin Owens.
I just wish there was more weeks of it to be able to explore that, as much as it's probably not the best to get Logan on every week.
Well, that's what I'll just have Logan cost Sami and just be like, I don't believe, or he'll just say something like, I don't believe in your conspiracy theories or whatever. Sami will hit her Louver. Kevin Owens will kick out, and then Zayn will be like, oh, look, it's a conspiracy, or the ref will be down when Zayn's getting a pin, and then Logan will just be like, there's not an issue with it, and then Zayn will start on him, Logan will, I don't know, box him, and then Kevin Owens will stunner him and win.
Yeah, I can see it.
See you, Logan Paul. Unless you want to keep him round, and then, I don't know, just drop a tag title to him.
Good riddance.
Just to
Nicholas and
Scott.
Logan Paul.
I've got nothing wrong with Logan Paul. No.
Do the Pauls versus the Mysterios.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stop myself.
Right. I think it says Scott doesn't combust. We'll move on.
I already have.
Luckily, we've got another women's title match, and luckily for us, it's having the exact same build as the last one. Asuka versus Rhea Ripley, who are going to compete for the tag team titles on Monday.
Ugh.
What do we think? How have we found Rhea's main roster run so far?
I think it's weird. If you can just walk in and go, oh, can I have a match at Mania? Go ahead. It's a bit weird. At the end of the day, it's a shaky road to start with, but if it comes out with a result that I presume we all want to see, I think all can be forgiven. I don't think she's going to win the tag titles, but yeah.
I think she seems more comfortable as a heel as well.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that they're doing the same build with tag titles, but I just think Ripley is just going to cost Asuka. She's the heel. What do you reckon, Scott?
Yeah, I think like what Don was saying, if we get the desired outcome out of this and we get a run from Rhea Ripley where she's that dominant, aggressive heel, I'm all for it. I hate the build again because it's just it's like they don't know what to do with the women's division. Like, yeah, we've got these tag titles, so yeah, you're feuding, just go together. But like you say, if Rhea's going to be more of the heel, then yeah, she'll just cost her. It's not going to be like Sasha and Bianca where, they kind of want to work together, but they're also opponents. Where one of them, they're both kind of face-ish. If there's one defined heel and face, then I'm all right with it. So yeah, I think that Rhea will win. I hope.
I think she will. I think Asuka's reign's just been absolute trash. Like when was I think she last defended it against Zelina Vega.
Yeah.
Which just
What does that tell you?
Yeah.
Like exactly. And I feel WWE know like they're gonna right the wrongs from last year with Rhea.
Yeah.
And it'll be good. It's a fresh face. It'll be like you said earlier, Don, putting like a new woman on in charge on top.
Yes, Stephanie, get out.
And then hopefully it leads to like the Raw women's division becoming up there because they've got some talent there. They just don't know how to book them right.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a shame with Asuka because during the start of the empty arena, they were booking her well. She was on every week, and then they just got bored. They just got, oh, Charlotte's back. Yeah. Well, see ya.
The shiny toy came back.
What do you reckon they're going to do with Charlotte? Because they keep reckoning she's going to come in like somewhere. Because the original plans was she was going to take it off Lacey Evans.
Yeah. I don't think we're going to see her. I don't think we're going to see her this year.
Did she tested positive, didn't she?
Yeah, but she should be out now.
That's why she's not been on recently, I think.
Yeah.
I think if they shoved her in somewhere, people would properly kick off about it. So I don't think they would do anything.
Did you see what Alma said in his interview?
No.
He said that the Raw women's locker room were like jealous of Charlotte. No, the WWE women's roster. He said they were jealous of Charlotte, but they need to expect that, like the fact that only a certain amount of women in there can put on 20-minute matches. Which, to be fair, is what I do get the Charlotte hate, but like she's class.
Yeah, I mean, look, the hate that she gets, there's a justification behind it. It's not her fault that she gets booked the way she does.
Yeah, the hate she get isn't to do with her talent.
No,
it's to do with her overexposure.
Yeah, like Roman.
Exactly.
But I don't mind Charlotte. She can put on fire burner matches. And speaking of fire,
oh no,
we're going to which I hope they change to a Firefly Funhouse match.
Yes,
as it stands, it's going to be a fast-paced, thrilling sprint-to-sprint singles match. It is Randall Orton, who said he knows what he's got to do to kill the Fiend now because apparently setting him on fire wasn't enough. Versus the Burnt Fiend with Alexa Bliss.
Crispy Fiend. Crispy Fiend.
Just turned on my Alexa.
There it is.
Thank God I have my headphones in. She'd be going mad.
So who have we got, and are we looking forward to it?
I would be looking forward to it if it was a Firefly Funhouse match. But as of right now, with it just being a singles match, give or take, I'm not too fussed.
It's so weird how like it's like their feud from a few years back, where like it's long-term booking, which WWE rarely do. It started off like solid, and then like just as it's getting to like the middle bit towards the end, it's just all gone to pot.
Yeah,
and you just know like the singles match is going to be like they both can't move. How can the Fiend like his gimmick at the moment is he's burnt, like he's crippled, like. But yeah, I hope they make it a 5-5 Funhouse match.
You know what? We've been talking about this for a while now. I spoke to both of you about it. That if it was a Firefly Funhouse match and it was like the Cena one with the whole career retrospective, it'd be really, really good because Randy.
Sorry, go on.
Randy's career would be so good to dive into because he's done so much.
Another thing might be good, and I think this is why they're not doing it, is Randy's like the golden boy. While they exploited the Cena like burying talent and whatever, like they've talked about that open before, like Cena's cut promos on it. Randy's always been like protected, like they've never addressed kayfabe wise like the issues he has and stuff.
Yeah,
well, there was a little bit in the Drew feud. There's a little bit in the Drew feud at the start. Like he shot on him in the promo a little bit.
But that's sort of been like it's been took. Kofi did it as well. Like there's just that little bit, but it's not enough depth.
It's not like Cena where everyone talks about it.
Because I just think it'd be the best way. But the only thing it has is Randy's got to then disappear, hasn't he? Which, again, I wouldn't mind, but it's not like Cena where you can afford not to have him for a year.
Yeah.
He'd probably like some time off, I just thought.
Yeah, but like a year. Because you're thinking, how does he get out? Like, I like Blompier's whole, like, this is how you get Cena out of the house. Because, like, you can just have Cena there, like, still, like, at normal, and then you can play the Bray Wyatt.
Just wandering around. Just wandering around background.
And then Bray Wyatt can do the, like, roll up for, like, the 800th time. John Cena versus Randy Orton, and then Cena dips out.
Yeah.
But it's going to be spooky shenanigans. More spooky than their last WrestleMania match.
Just don't do bugs. Just don't have a projection onto the ring.
Oh, no, they'll just have Alexa Bliss flying fire.
Imagine they just put her in some harness and just.
Oh my!
Hello.
And cut.
Whoa!
Imagine they just put her in some harness and just fly her around like she's a witch, just like shooting spells down at Randy.
A bit risky after her in heart. But...
Nah, there's been enough time.
Is she taking an RKO?
Yeah, hopefully.
She's got to, like.
Yeah.
Not got to, like, I'm not like a domestic, like, violence lover, but like, yeah. The whole thing has been like, Randy just wants to get his hands on her, and he hasn't been able to. Dom, what do you reckon he's going to win?
So, I hate this feud. I don't enjoy any part of it. I don't get any enjoyment out of it. The Fiend is known for great character and then a poor wrestling match. So this really needs to be cinematic, but as it stands, it's not.
I think again because fans, that's why they won't do it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So for me, I think the Fiend's got to come out on top just because it's first match since he became crispy. So yeah, I think he's got to win. I just don't know where we go from there. Hopefully, this feud ends.
Yeah,
it's got to end here.
Yeah,
and then you know what? If they're smart, they could have just gone in with like obviously Bray Wyatt the Fiend. It's a whole like Bray Wyatt died when we start place, and I feel it could just be like, oh look, Randy Orton took my win. That was the beginning of like the last nail in his coffin, basically, as the old Eater of Worlds character.
Yeah.
So they could get it back then, and then he could evolve the Fiend into whatever the new thing is.
Yeah.
So we all going for the Fiend?
Absolutely, yes.
And now onto what I presume will be the main event.
Oh yes.
For the Universal title, Daniel Bryan versus Edge versus Roman Reigns. 2014 redone.
Yeah.
Do we agree?
Yeah, pretty much, just with better people.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know, I'm a big Batista fan, but he was not really doing much then, was he? But he wasn't bothered.
Yeah, he wasn't fussed, was it?
Yeah, I think it's all been great. Bryan's been great. Edge's promos, especially now the heel turn, is great. And Roman's golden. What do we reckon? Because anyone could win, and I wouldn't really mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you take this one, Dom. Go on.
So if I was booking it, I didn't enjoy this feud until Daniel Bryan was put in, and I think he's given it so much life. I think he's made this feud incredible. I want him to win, and I don't think he's going to. I'd love Daniel Bryan to win this. I think his match with Roman was incredible. I think his promos with Edge have been incredible. I think he's been the best part of this. And he's in there with two great guys, but I think he's been the best part of this. Obviously, I've been looking quite a bit at Daniel Bryan recently. Latest video on the YouTube channel. Every Daniel Bryan WrestleMania match ranked. Go check it out.
And the article on announcerstable.com.
Of course.
Follow us on Twitter.
At Table Announcers.
Also, while we're plugging, on the last podcast, the Fastlane podcast, which you can also listen to on YouTube and Spotify, I said it would be a triple threat match.
Yeah, you called this one as well.
Yeah. But I think it's going to be Edge. I think he won the Rumble for a reason. I think the idea is, now that he's heel, I think the Rated R Superstar works to be an older champion. I wouldn't do it personally. I'd go with Bryan, but I think it's going to be Edge. I think Bryan's in there so that Roman doesn't have to get pinned.
Where does it go after that? So Edge is heel champ. What does Roman do?
I think Roman goes for a couple of, maybe a month. I think he comes back and he takes the belt off him, to be honest. I think he takes the belt off Edge again.
You think Roman's off TV for a month?
Yeah.
That's a risk. He's the biggest draw. In my opinion, he's the biggest draw in the whole of wrestling at the moment.
Well, at the end of the day, I think if you give Edge a chance to wrestle some of the younger guys, because at the end of the day, all we've seen him wrestle, besides Jay, it's Randy Orton again. It's a Rumble. We haven't seen him wrestle some of the younger guys that we were excited to see him wrestle when he came back. And I think...
But does he need the belt to do that?
He doesn't need the belt to do that, but I think it's a good way of dragging them up when it's like, oh, they're in a Universal title match.
Yeah, it could do.
I really think Edge is winning this.
What about you, Scott?
So, I see what Dom is saying. I, again, really, really have liked the build for this match. I even liked it when it was Edge and Roman Reigns, just because I liked it when Edge was going through literally every show, just being like, I could challenge you, and then not really not saying who it was going to be. But yes, like Dom said, since Bryan's been added to it, it's taken it to another level. He has taken it to another level. But I don't see Roman Reigns dropping the title. I think that Roman Reigns is going to win, and I think he's going to hold it until probably SummerSlam. Just because he's been, and Lewis, you know this, I've not been Roman Reigns' biggest fan for a long time. But what he's doing at the minute is really, really good. And he's really good with it. And he shouldn't drop the title just because of the level that he's taken it to. I'd love to see Daniel Bryan win it, just because it's like that one more thing and it's another triple threat at WrestleMania. But because of that, I don't see him winning it. I don't see him repeating it, just because it's not got the same moment with the yes movement and people. At 30, everyone.
Fans there.
Yeah, but it's just not the same. At 30, he was undeniable. There's no way he was not going to win it at 30 because everybody wanted it so badly. I don't think there's that same clamour for it again. So I think the smart thing to do would be keep it on Reigns, keep him heel, and just keep him going.
You reckon their first event with fans in 30 months, I'll end it with the heel winning? End the show.
Yeah.
And again, I suppose they usually end WrestleMania with Roman getting booed, and it's never booked them before. So
no, exactly.
And I think this will be probably the lightest booing that he's ever received.
Yeah, because
he'll get cheered now.
People like me like him now, and I'm a mark, so it's fine.
See, I'm torn because I'm with you. Like, I was thinking like you, Scott. I was like, Roman can't drop. He's been brilliant. Like, I feel there's no need for him to drop, but I just feel there's so much like. The two things that's pushing me are they keep talking about this one last run with Daniel Bryan. And then I thought a triple threat was like you put in so Roman doesn't take the pin, but then they made a big deal over Roman tapping out, like Bryan saying you never tapped out, and then he did tap him out.
Yeah.
So I'm leaning a bit towards my heart saying Bryan wins and he taps out Roman.
Oh.
And then that sort of dents Roman. You can go into like a little storyline where like maybe Jimmy comes back and like, you know, he questions his tribal chief tapping out, like, and Roman sort of like just goes in a mood for like a month or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you can let Edge and Bryan have the feud, which Edge just said he wanted when he came back. And like really, which like this is mad how it is that Roman sort of become like a little afterthought in the feud.
Yeah.
But then also Bryan ended strong, didn't he, on SmackDown?
He did.
And then Edge ended strong the week before. But then still another SmackDown. So that logic has just took me nowhere. But
so who's your prediction?
Say Roman retains.
Yeah. I think it's probably character-wise best for him to
I
drop?
think it's smart, but then who goes after him after Mania?
That's what I mean. Character-wise, for him to drop, I think would be the best thing. But
Oh yeah,
as a whole, I think him winning probably
you know
SmackDown's
what?
reigns
You
a
could
lot.
write it. He could question himself, and then you could just put money bank in him, and then he could just go and do what he did last time, just walk in mid-match.
Yeah, I quite like the idea of him losing and then being like, yeah, like having a little bit of an existential crisis, and then losing it on Jay again, and then maybe losing it with Paul Heyman, and that could be interesting. But I don't think they'd do that.
So we've all got like different winners. Obviously, me, Scott going Roman, Dom with Edge. Who do you think is going to be like the post-Mania feud for the Universe titles?
See, if it goes to Edge, I think Daniel Bryan, or if I'm picking someone new, I'd go with Cesaro if he gets the win over Seth.
Yeah.
Obviously, then you've also got Kevin Owens, which would be nice for him. Obviously, probably a hero of his, Edge being Canadian.
True. Big E, if he drops.
Yeah, if Big E drops, Big E would be a choice because he'd probably lose. He probably wouldn't win at that point. But it's hard to see at this point. I think we need a bit of a shake up of the rosters. I was saying to Scott not long ago, if Roman does retain, one person who I'd love to see him wrestle is this current Finn Balor.
Yeah,
I think his character against Roman's character would be incredible.
Because there's been some little rumours as well that Finn's going to come back up after.
Yeah, he's definitely losing at TakeOver.
You see, I don't know, because if we were on the NXT predictions, which you can find on YouTube and Spotify. On those, we were saying that if Finn somehow beats Karrion Kross, then Karrion Kross is 100% going straight to the main roster.
They did tease Kross and Edge before as well, didn't they?
That's the thing. I think if Kross loses, then he will come up and challenge whoever wins because he's a tweener.
But I think they'll put Balor. Balor's going to lose and he'll come up.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe send Adam Cole up, but he's a heel.
No. You keep
Imagine Adam Cole versus Daniel Bryan for the Universe title.
Look, I just don't want to see my sweet little boy
Logan Paul, like just in there. Just
look. I will walk.
Maybe
right near the end.
Priest.
I will walk.
I will walk now. We've finished.
Right, I think that's a good wrapping up point.
Yes.
Actually, let's end on one. Best WrestleMania moment you've seen live.
Oof. No, you're right.
For me, it's very limited, so I'll have to go with Kofi beating Daniel Bryan. It's obviously culturally very important. It's a really good match, feel good moment, and just seeing someone like Kofi win the title was great. Also, 34 and 36 don't have any particular moments that I can go. That was a big WrestleMania moment, you know.
My one is the Iconics winning the tag titles.
Is that so?
Yeah, you laugh now because it just became like such an abortion of a reign. But I remember Scott would say when we were there, we were like this is such a nice moment, like the way they were crying and like hugging. Like, I think it's an underrated WrestleMania.
Yeah, when we watched that, we both popped big.
I was surprised.
It's because they're an actual tag team, and you could see what it meant to them. It's an underrated WrestleMania moment. And it's not as cliche as Kofi.
Mine's an actual WrestleMania moment.
Mine's probably a bit more cliche, because mine is Brock ending the streak.
Oh,
yeah.
Because that was when I remember watching it, and it was like 4:30 in the morning.
I wish I'd watched that live. Just like,
oh my god, I didn't know what it was. Probably one of the only moments in wrestling where I literally like threw my hands up in the air, like what?
Yeah.
Like, what's just happened? I had the face of that guy at ringside. I had my mouth open. I didn't know what was going on. It was such such a big moment. It felt like everything had changed and like the world had ended.
It was so perfect as well, like how they didn't play his music straight away. They just sat in silence.
And I was just sat there. I was like straight on Twitter searching what people were saying. It was in terms of just a moment, that was probably it. And again, on that same show when Brian won, that was massive. But because that was the main event on a really long Mania, that I was absolutely knackered, so I didn't have the same response. So yeah, Brock ending the streak for me.
Also, one that you haven't mentioned, obviously I didn't see it live, but one that I wish I had. Seth Rollins cashing in at Mania, incredible.
Yes, I did watch that one as well. That was.
I think that's the moment. It just picks a streak.
That was great. That was okay. I didn't think of that.
Well, we'll end on a high note. Cheers, guys. It's been fun.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me.
So that's it. Tune in to find out who will be the new prediction champion and enjoy WrestleMania all together. Whoa. WrestleMania.
I was really waiting for a time cue.
Yeah, I was waiting for a 3, 2, 1.
And we'll leave it there.